Well. Good afternoon. Getting started a little bit earlier today because I got a bit of extra time up my sleeve, so why not, right? It is the 4th of August, 2022, and you're here with Vice Games. And we're going to play some Pokemon cards today. We had our fun with Faster Than Light a little earlier this week. And I'm going to do something different. I've been clamoring for this. I've been wanting to try some Heart Gold Soul Silver stuff. Some GLC stuff, you know. But it will be sort of dependent on who shows up to stream. And they may not show up till later because it's a bit earlier. Nathan, welcome. It's 12:30 a.m. for you. Wow. So, very late. Or early, depending on how you count that. How are you? I am just letting people know that I am live. Yeah, here we go. And doing a bit of a sound check as well. Nathan, what's your poison? Do you play? You're probably here because you play Pokemon cards. So what are you about? I think the audio is a little bit low, like the music. I'll try and... Yeah, go 10% there. Tabletop and some PTCGO. Yeah, nice one. Do you play standard or do you try some other alternative formats? What decks do you play? Now, I think I've finished my sound test. Oh, I need to plug my headphones into a different jack. Just like that. And I might put my phone on charge. It's a bit low. Out and about of errands today, which has run the battery low on my phone. So we'll just change that. We might just switch to Pokemon in a second. Okay, and we can turn those off. And we'll turn this one on. And we'll remove the green screen. And there I am. Hello. You're enjoying GLC. You've been playing a psychic spread deck. Well, I am. That sounds good. I am, and spread seems like it would be really effective in GLC because of the lower HP counts, you know? I built a GLC deck very recently. I built Rain Dance because Rain Dance is one of my favorite types of archetypes. This is basically card for card the deck that Andrew Mahone put up on the Gym Leader Challenge website as a bit of an example list to try. So I thought I'd start with something that looks like this. I really want to have a look at what Quagsires are in format. I don't own very many, but so what's this one? Mudgun and Laid Back. It's pretty cool. I really like this Quagsire artwork, just throwing dirt on itself. Very funny. Washout Hydro Pump seems strong, don't you think? Seems like it could be good. It could be a good combo with Frostmoth. You know, you could skip out on the Blastoise completely and just play Quagsire Frostmoth together. That'd be alright. Bit different. Anyhow, this is what I've got on PTCGO. So, happy to play anybody that wants to play. We could also look at... So the other thing I've been looking at is I've been looking at Hot Gold Soul Silver theme decks. Okay, so they are quite underpowered, but I thought it would be interesting to just go back and have a bit of a look at them. Maybe play a few games if anybody's got Hot Gold Soul Silver theme decks. It would be nice to play a few games with these cards before we're unable to when TCG Live replaces this game. And seeing as I'm buying HGSS theme decks anyway, I thought the other thing I would try is build decks for the Hot Gold Soul Silver format where you can only use cards that are in the theme decks themselves. So here's an example where I took a couple of the... I forget the name of the theme deck that Meganium's in. It's like Overgrowth or something like that. So a couple of those, and then a Daybreak one, which has 2 Espeon in it. Pretty good. And Steel Sentinel, which gives me the Roserade. And I made this grass psychic concoction. I think it's pretty cool. You could make this better by purchasing more of the theme decks just to get the one-ofs, like Professor Oak's New Theory. Yeah, just a bit of fun, bit interesting. Otherwise, the other thing I've been doing is trying to develop some standard concepts. GLC is a lot of fun. You're not familiar with Hot Gold Soul Silver. Well, what's up to you? Captain Crunk Cereal. Welcome to the stream. And yeah, I have not had the chance to try GLC. I'm a bit of a standard aficionado. I like trying to build weird decks in opposition to the decks in standard, right? Or at least trying to explore what's possible. And sort of standard is where you get the games in, right? It's very hard to like line people up for games of alternate formats, right? So anyhow, this is a weird Conkeldurr Colossal deck using a Diancie Radiant Greninja sort of engine to help you along. The Stone Energy hasn't been doing me much favors, but it's good. I wonder... Yeah, I don't know what else I can do with this deck. It's a bit... No. You've been testing Adamant? I like it. I like Adamant quite a lot. Where is... So I did make a deck that features Adamant. I'll just try searching for Magnezone. No, what deck did I make? I made a deck. Fortress. So this was my Adamant deck. Going for double KO. This is pretty cool. Your favorite anti-meta deck in standard right now is Brilliant Stars Luxray with the Shady Dealings engine. Why don't we have a look? Oh, what did I do there? Oh, that's cool. I've been playing this game for years. I didn't know you could expand it out with this button here. Look at that. Wow. Alright, so let's have a look at the Luxray. I may not own any, but we'll see. So I presume it's the Energy Crush Luxray. Pretty cool. It's too bad Flash Impact hits your own bench. But it's like a decent amount of damage, right? You slap a Choice Belt on this thing and you're two-shotting pretty much any V-Star, provided that they don't have any tools. And Energy Crush is just like kind of good too. Easy 300. Oh, it's all of your opponent's Pokemon. That is way better. because it's a lot like that Starmie, right? It's cool because it punishes your opponent for going too ham with their board. I like it. Maybe we should build Luxray. I have been wanting to revisit this Pokemon. My first competitive deck was a Luxray Level X deck back in the day. Starmie on one Prizler. Yeah, true. What Shinxes are in format? Let's have a look. Under pressure, what do you do? 50 more damage? Yeah. It's not an insignificant amount of damage. 40 HP? Really? Who thought that was okay? Come on. I mean, it's got to be the under pressure Shinx, right? Maybe you run this one so that you can use an opponent's retreating stadium. What is it called? Tower of Orders. Rapid Strike Shinx. You use for keep calling. So maybe this one. I guess like if you can pump the damage a little bit, you can KO the Sobbles, can't you? Oh, I see what you're saying. You can retrieve the Shinx with... I understand. I like it. I like your idea, Captain Crunk. I might have to try and build a deck around it because that is cool. That's super cool. This deck and Racco V really make you miss Electro Power. Yeah. Yeah, imagine. Just doing like a cheeky 100 against a Lightning Weak Pokemon. Just one Electro Power. I guess you could put a Leon in the deck. But it's not quite the same thing, is it? Alright, well, I've been trying to make this Conkeldurr deck work. I don't like it too much. Hasn't been too successful, but we'll just run a game. See what happens. Conkeldurr deck. We'll see what happens. So it's just open with the game, and we can chat and see if anybody wants to show up and play. If either of you have got theme decks or GLC decks built online, I'd be happy to play a game. If you like. That goes for anybody in chat. Obviously, it's a format that sort of relies on people wanting to play, so entirely up to you, of course. Yeah, I can always retreat if I need the energy in hand, right? So we'll hit done. I don't want to reveal what I'm playing here. Yeah, this is kind of unfortunate opening hand. No way to get the Greninja or supporter in general. Bit of a turn from our opponent on the other hand. Certainly getting going. Just getting it all. Getting everything. Okay. Irida. She made it. What do we grab with the Irida? So it's going to be Greninja. Quick Ball? I mean, no, we just grabbed the Level Ball, right? Level Ball for Roly-Coly. So I'm going to do this, and we do this. We have to retreat for the other one. I mean, I guess I could have done this in either sort of order, right? But because I could have also Ooh, we get to attach. Never punished. Always lucky. Alright, we're gonna do this. Do this. Do this. Grab ourselves Roly-Coly. Put it on the bench. Spike draw. Okay. Alright. Hello. Whooper Gang. Paldean Whooper Gang. The Whooper Gang is expanding. Hello, Ramon. Oh. An ill-timed Marnie. Ramon, what have you... do you have any cards or decks built for any of the formats in the stream title? Do you have any HGSS theme decks would you like to play? What have we got? Trekking Shoes. Quick Ball. Grabs a Crobat, extending their hand. Another 3 cards. Not too shabby. What's it going to be? Star Abyss. Using the V-Star power now. Trekking Shoes and a Dark Patch. Not the strongest combo, but it will allow them to get the Energy Factory wheezing online, you have to imagine, is the play. And sure enough, it appears. Yeah, what are you up to, Ramon? It's cracking. What's new? I sort of want to go in with Conqueror now. Okay. Cool. So, concealed cards here. Right? Then, Irida grabs a rare candy. Very good. Like this, like that. Let's do this first so we don't mess it up. Tar Generator. Okay, and then we're going to grab the 3rd energy. Going for a coin flip here, which is, you know, coin flips are not fantastic, but a relative boon if the heads was gotten, but not to be. You've only built 1 deck so far, haven't built any decent deck for the special format. That's fine. Why don't we try some HGSS theme decks? I've got a few, and we can run the gauntlet a little bit, just a couple of games, something like that. I just want to revisit the oldest cards in this client because they'll be gone otherwise, you know? You let me know? Yeah, sounds good. Now, I'm a little worried. I guess we just counter here. Let's put down a Diancie. And we'll just counter. You've been running Conkeldurr, can't get it to be consistent. So I'm trying it with Colossal at the request of one of our regular stream viewers. Really wanted me to try it. I think that Radiant Greninja Diancie has been really good. Thank you, Vivid. Thank you. Alright, Amani is, I mean, probably okay for us here. Right? Oh. This ain't good. We do have energy in the hand, so Radiant Greninja does get to work. Do some work, rather. Tomorrow you're making lasagna and hitting the LGC. Okay. You had a good day off. Spend some time with your partner. Well, that's always good. Very important to do that, Ramon. As you know. Yeah. Yeah, no worries. Ron, no worries. I like the hand, right? I like the hand. So... But I don't know if I can afford to wait, you know? I think I have to research? What I'm trying to do is hit scoop up net or a switch. Yeah, like this. But now, Dark Pulse is doing a lot. But if we hit the confusion, like maybe that's the way out. So let's try it. I am very good at flipping tails with this deck. I don't know what it is. Let's grab an energy just to have it in the hand. Dynamic Punch. Finally! Dude, I feel like I've used Dynamic Punch so many times with this deck. And just always flip tails. Do I have a link to the Lunasol deck that I played? Well, give me a moment. See if I can help you out. Okay, I guess our opponent has chosen just to win. So a bit of a shame for us. It's a bit difficult. A little bit. Let me search for that link in a moment. Oh, you'll find it? Alright, well... How do I do this? I can't do it with the cards in hand, so we're going to Ordinary Rod, and we'll just grab 2 Pokemon. Both are Conkeldurs. Alright, well, thank you. Thank you. I think Radiant Greninja, let's just draw a little bit, see what we find. Oh, that's so annoying. So he hit exactly the cards again, which is good. Then it becomes a matter of whether our opponent can get it done on the turn. So we've done our best here, you know. We've given it a good go. Dynamic Punch. The heads again, but on a turn where it doesn't really matter. Okay. Couple of prizes to the hand. They've got a lot of energy on this Wheezing. What can they do with it? I have to wonder. They really need to one-shot the Conkeldurr. Interesting. Interesting. Certainly. Alright. So we'll do it like this. Okay. Take an energy from there, sure. Scoop a Diancie up as well. I don't think that Roly-Coly has HP that's significantly low enough where it particularly matters. You know, they're going to have a real lack of dark energy on the turn, right? So we should just attack with a Conkeldurr here. It's probably fine. I realize that it's weak to fighting too, so let's see. Maybe they just hit us with the switcheroony. Don't know. They need a what though? They're down to 1 card left. Have we grabbed a win right at the end? Uh-oh. That's it. Well, no, it's not necessarily it, is it? Yeah, right. So now we want to retreat. I'm going to put stone energy on it, just to protect it a little bit. Let's have a look in the deck. There are no more capes. And that's a worry, but it's alright. Let's research. There's that boss's orders. Take fire energy. And we'll just dynamic punch. We've certainly made it as difficult as we can. Don't know what's ahead. Dark Void is enough for the KO. Do they have the boss's orders? They have no cards left. We got it done. So you can see kind of the strategy there, right? You can kind of see the strategy there. Exactly 1,000 damage. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so let me know when you're ready, Ramon, and we can play team deck or what have you. Don't feel like you need to build for theme deck pool. It's fine. And I have GLC decks built. Oh, a GLC deck built. So I'd be keen to play if anybody has one of those. So this deck can be a bit weird. Like, it's a bit weird. I don't know how I want to play it necessarily, you know? I think this Radiant Greninja Diancie engine is pretty crucial. It's a bit tricky to, like, just make it work. Double Boss is pretty good. James, you have GLC built? Yeah, we can play. Throw me an ad on PTCGO, and we can play. I have a Rain Dance deck built, so if you're keen, just typing in my username. GLC Rain Dance. I should really get myself a Quagsire. Actually, do I? I must have a Quagsire. No. What? Oh, it's not in the theme deck. It's the Naganadel I'm thinking of is in the theme deck, not the Quagsire. But I should get Quagsire, so I've got a good reason to play Wooper. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's my username. Maybe it's or maybe I don't have you. Yeah, I'll send one to you. Sweet. So this will be unlimited, right? I don't think that there's any other like special rules. We'll just play as like the PTCGO rules, right? So I gotta scroll through and find it now. I have many decks built. Moment. GLC Rain Dance. Alright, this will be my first game of GLC ever. So please, excuse my poor decision making. We are going with a very, well, I would say a fairly straightforward deck. It is as described by Tricky Jim as being the quintessential water deck, the Rain Dance deck. A few different Rain Dance ideas. Up against Psychic, Bide Barricade, turning off those abilities immediately. Well, I'll think again before relying so much on abilities. Wobbuffet comes in with the Bide Barricade. And a Blend Energy. That's, oh, Unit Energy rather. A little bit different. Gloria in the opening hand. Busted, broken, busted. What do I need here? Yeah. Yeah, I would say that reaction is appropriate. How do you even figure out what's prized? Might be something like this. Maybe even like Confuse Ray would help here. Don't know. I guess we can do like, well, it's so hard. What do I do? What do I do? Because normally you would just go for artillery, but I can't, you know? If I go for artillery, it just doesn't work. Right? And like, losing that energy there could be really bad. But we'll try. So I'm going to turn one Beacon. Good start. I think I want, like, maybe this. Ay. Let's take these. Sure. Sorry if my turns are very slow, because being that this is a singleton format, it's a lot to juggle and figure out. So we see the Guzma and Hala tag team supporter. Get a stadium, and then if you discard 2 cards, get a tool and a special energy. Very strong. Got a lasagna enjoyer or 2 in the chat, by the looks of things. Ramon. Alright, Bide Barricade. A meager 10 damage, but a worry nonetheless. Brooklet Hill. It's going to give us some search, but I'm not too fussed about doing anything about our current situation just yet. Let's get Staryu on the bench. Might just put down Remoraid as well. So Pokemon-based search is all well and good, but not when your opponent's active Pokemon is Bide Barricade Wobbuffet, right? It's, yeah, bit of a challenge. Still, grab ourselves a War Turtle. And we can beacon here. And we'll grab that one. We might just grab... I should put in the Find Ice Snom. I think that's going to be one of my first changes to this list. Because we need a way to get energy out even under item lock. Oh, sorry, ability lock. Immediately, we're getting trounced. Alright, let's see what else this deck has in store for us. The Lone Wobbuffet is doing a good job of keeping us under control at the moment. What other surprises could be in the Psychic GLC deck that our opponent has composed? A Dreepy, an Inkay, and a Muna. Yeah, very good. Take some damage. Rare candy in the hand is not a big deal for us at the moment. It's not really doing a whole lot. We'll just continue to evolve. I'm probably not going to evolve the Starmie. But I think the strat is going to be to beacon and continue to draw cards out of the deck. Right. The idea behind that is to just continually thin to improve the quality of the cards that we grab in lieu of some means to set up, because we're sort of lacking it at the moment. So you only have one rescue carrier instead of the two that I ran. In which deck was that? What deck are we talking about again? The Lunasol deck. I mean, it's a very... So the thing... That question is very, Hexmaniac is weird. That question is sort of hard to answer, I think. Because it's a very minor consideration, if that makes sense. Alright, let's Cynthia. We want energy. Bucket. Good. We're going to retreat into Wailord. Hit done. We've got a good turn ahead of us. But it's going to come down to our top deck a little bit. So we'll see. Yeah, it's kind of like a very minor change, right? Going from 1 to 2. You just have to test and see for yourself. It's kind of like the type of question that you can only answer if you yourself just get the games out and like see what it's like over a long period of time. You're gonna see if you have a Clara. Yeah, you could do that. But yeah, like if you don't have the second copy, just go with do something else. Yeah, just try without it. See if it works. So we've got Mushana and Malamar on the bench now. Another energy down onto the Dracloak. A bit of a frustrating card to play into, the Dracloak. But we'll see. See how we go. How much does this reduce by? 30. Oh, no. Okay, so can target something down, maybe the Malamar. So we're gonna play Guzma here. I think targeting the Malamar is good. Could have also targeted this, honestly. That could have been a play. This is... Ugh. Like... super annoying. I realized my misplay here. I was probably like one turn too early. On the turn. I was a turn too early. I think we have to leave the Staryu active. Maybe our opponent doesn't have a way to retreat the Malamar with the hand that they've got. We'll see. They do have a very big hand, but... yeah, there you go. Get out of here, Malamar. So, we burned the Guzma for no good reason. Unfortunately, we didn't get to Abyssal hands. But let's see what they do. Letter is great. Boss's orders could be good too, but... Distortion Door. Okay. Staryu survives, which is fantastic. Dive Ball. Sure. Let's grab the Starmie so we can use Space Beacon. It's from discard pile. That's cool. So let's not evolve yet. Retreat to our Washi. I think that I need to take out the Malamar because we want to keep this Giratina out of the way, so to speak. So let's do this. Target down Malamar again. Energy in a discard pile. So I sort of want to do this. Get rid of Bridget. Doesn't have any value at this point. Take the one water energy. Alright, and attach it. Interesting. Ah, yes. Let's grab Blastoise. Is what I would do if I could do it. But I cannot. So I will not be doing that. That... yeah. Okay. Hydro Splat. Let's see if Scatter procs. No. Oh, it's the end of your opponent's turn. True. Alright, first game with this deck, so just still trying to figure it out. See if we can figure it out. What's it about? What's happening? You know. We do need space for our Frostmoth. Wishy-Washy and Wailord are kind of our beaters in this deck, so do need to try and covet them. Phantom Force is getting a KO. Wow. Shadow Impact. A bit of a problem presenting itself. Maybe N. The residual damage is a bit annoying. we'll keep the N for later. Shuffle and draw. If we can get Field Blower, that would be enormous. But we do not. Well. Hydro Splash. Was that a mistake? I don't know. Do need to try and do 40 damage. Lapras does get it done for a single energy, so maybe that was the correct play. See if the Wobbuffet remains in the active spot. It's a bit of a problem. We need to get rid of it. We need to do something about it. Because it is a little annoying. To say the least. Spell tag. Jeez, all of the good stuff. Lots of memories scattered throughout the cards in this deck. Starmie, the target. Phantom Force is the KO they were looking for. And a second one to boot. Ouch. We're in a bit of trouble. Bit of a drama unfolding. Let's stretch her here. Shuffle 3. Take those 3. And we've got Marnie. So let's do it. Okay. Brooklet Hill. Gets that one out of the way. I'm going to Nest Ball because I plan to Abyssal. Snom. Abyssal Hand. Big value card. Let's be annoying. Confuse Ray. Wobbuffet gets KO here, but probably just respond with Field Blower Pound. Just take care of that one. We are falling very far behind. We're sort of pinning quite a bit of hope on this Wailord. We can also attack with a later game Blastoise if we do manage to retrieve it from the prizes. So, let's see. See how we go. Long game, as you can see. So, Psychic Assault will get the KO. Guzma, the pick. Ouch. Fair enough. Fair enough. Hey, hey. Name is Jeff. Jeff, how you doing? So I think I'm going to Field Blower here. I don't think I need to get rid of Pot Helmet, but I do need to bounce those. How does this one work? Mystery Energy, okay, so we should be able to attach like that, right? Good. I hate how much damage this has taken already. Do this. And we'll Marnie. Sure. We're struggling. High stance to Wailord. And then it's going to have to be another Confuse Ray. Cynthia and Caitlyn does allow us to recur a supporter from the discard pile, which is good. And drawing cards to boot. Fantastic. What will the Dragapult do? Revive. Good card. Yeah, I'm just getting K back. No problem. We like that. A difficult game to play. The Psychic deck with the Wobbuffet in the lead has been very difficult to contend with. Not able to get off to the type of start you'd like to with this deck. Bit of a problem. Bit of an issue, if you like. Marshadow takes a hit. So I think we Cynthia and Caitlyn here. And we'll do both. So let's discard the Quick Ball. Certainly don't need it. Possibly Guzma? I don't know. Dang. No energy though? Dang. No energy. Ouch. So all we can do is try and survive with Wishy-Washy. Scatter is a really interesting ability, so at the end of your opponent's turn, if it has any damage counters, flip a coin of tails, shuffle this Pokemon, all cards attached. Looks like they finished it out with a boss's orders. Close out the game. Weren't able to clinch it this time. In fact, we didn't get very far in that matchup. GG. James, thanks for the match. I'd love to run it again if you've got time, but if not, you know, the floor is open. Wobstart was a bit lucky. Yeah, it's fine though. It's just, yeah, yikes. Ouch. That's alright. This was fun. Learning exactly what's in the deck. Trying to figure out like what access to stuff I have. So Bridget, Gloria, Sonia grabs out our basics. Nessa, our recovery. You can do one more? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. GLC. Splash energy. Jeff, do you know GLC, Gym Leader Challenge format? So for the uninitiated, do you have GLC decks built, Jeff? Because we can play as well. I'd like to get some games tonight. All right, why don't we play after this? And maybe I can start building more GLC. So very exciting, I think. GLC in the last year, seeing it supported by Pokemon in general, but also this is a bit of an average open, isn't it? Seeing in case we get Marnied or N or something. So, in the recent alternative format handbook, alternative play handbook, something like that. So there's an alternative rules handbook that was published on Pokemon.com. It actually features GLC in it, which is cool as. So it's kind of it's cool to see TPCI so officially acknowledge the format. It's very cool. Okay. So it's a bit spooky, isn't it? What we're facing down. Because this Snom is destined for the discard pile at this rate. Let's go Gloria. And we'll take... So we're going to take Squirtle, Vulpix, and we'll take Remoraid. So what we want to do is take Pokemon that we need to have in play this turn. Right? Like that. Then we'll retreat. Like so. I'm going to put Floatstone here. And I do want to attach an energy. I'm not sure to what though. I'll just put it on Vulpix for now. Can always put it on Squirtle. Because I may eventually want to attack with it too. And then we'll go Beacon. We're going to take... Wow. Wartortle's prized. So we're going to take that. And... It's a bit hard. I think I'll just take Wishy Washy. Because we need a bit of a beater to just sit in the active, you know? Just something like that. You're booting up. Cool, 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 cool. Looks like we'll have no shortage of players tonight, which is good. So I'd like to try Hot Gold Soul Silver cards, and I'd like to play GLC tonight. That is what's on the menu, if you like. Early Field Blower from our opponent, and an N to stymie our setup just a little bit, just a little bit. There's that Frostmoth, but we may end up discarding it just as soon as we found it. Or not discarding it, you know what I mean. It's going to hit. Not going to have a Snom to evolve from, unfortunately. We'll see. Dracloak. Developing that threat on the bench. Psychic Recharge, doing its job. Very good. You have to imagine the KO is soon. For the Snom. Oh. So what does Splash Energy do? Oh, did you misclick it? That Pokemon knocked out from damage. You like Commander, so GLC is in your ballpark. Cool. Well, I'm sorry to benefit from the misplay, but I will have to take whatever I can get here and attempt. So let's do that. I think I can only take Coctillery here. Very difficult choice. kind of like I'm trying my best to make the most of every card in front of me, if that makes sense. Abyssal for 2. So we can do this. We can scoop up Vulpix and put Squirtle in the active. It's got an energy attached already. And then we can Marnie. So it is working out for us here. Fantastic. And a Brooklet Hill to help set us up. So we've really benefited a lot from the unfortunate misstep from our opponent. Let's take a Lapras, put it on the bench. Was that too soon? Don't know. Hydro Splash. A KO. Very good. These players need to remember. I guess so. But still, it's the genial thing to do. Staryu is great. It has free retreat, this one. It's very, very much like its base set counterpart. 20 damage attack, free retreat, 40 HP. I believe it had free retreat, the original. I believe the original had it. Hey, Anime, what's up? We are playing Gym Leader Challenge format. Play some GLC. So I've got a Water Rain Dance GLC deck. Basically the example list on Tricky Jim's website. Hello, Anthony Gomez. I'm new on YouTube. Relatively so. I've been around on YouTube for a long time, but I haven't really made a concerted effort to go anywhere with it for quite a while. Just now trying to make something happen with it. Good evening to you, Dog Chow. Hello. How are you? So a big turn from our opponent there, taking 2 prizes. Very, very good. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Anthony. Much appreciated. I'm going to put Staryu on the bench. I don't think that Sonya is required here. I think we want to try and find Nessa or some kind of recovery, right? Let's Brooklet Hill. What's good? What can we put on the bench? Probably the Wailmer. What is my IGN? It's down here. Vice takes heart. It's this one. And then we're going to Cynthia. You want to learn to play? Well, Anthony, what I suggest is just start by downloading the game client, Pokemon TCG online, Pokemon Trading Card Game online. And the client does a good job of like teaching you, telling you what's what. So suggest you download the client and go through the tutorial. It's quite good. Cynthia and Caitlin. We've got teammates. See what happens. Do I use code cards? So I do typically, but you don't have to. It comes down to how much time you have available to you. I've got a video on my channel teaching you how to build a competitive deck without spending money and using codes. But the reality is that using the code cards expedites the process. It comes down to time versus money, as all free-to-play games are. Right, some damage spread to the bench via Distortion Door, and an energy attachment. Unit energy there, so this one's the blend energy. Very cool. Phantom Force is the attack, and we'll see. The Staryu, the low HP. And the Shuffle Back, which is a bit... It's not fantastic. Alright. We can use Teammates here. I have a rare candy in hand, which is good. And might take the bucket here. See, we can't swing big. It's either that or... like, this is enough to get us going right. Wait. So, 10, 30, 60, 90, 120, 150. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's go for it. So, big turn we're looking for here. Rare candy to Blastoise. Let's Brooklet Hill while we're at it too. And search out the Wishy-Washy again. Bucket. 2 energy. Deluge. That's an ability I haven't declared in a very long time. And we'll Hydro Pump. Unlucky. We are outside of the damage threshold for Phantom Force, but if our opponent manages to find something like Fighting Fury Belt, then we're in trouble. We've got a bunch of code cards. I'll type it in chat and see how it works. I'm not sure what you mean. Alright, Phantom Force. 10 damage short. Still means we are alive. Oh, no, well, I appreciate the offer, Anthony, but not required. Appreciate the offer, though. Let's use N. Try and slow our opponent down just a little bit. Just a tiny amount. We've got Professor's Letter as well. Just the 1 energy. A very paltry amount, to be sure, but try. I don't think that Vulpix is the take. Let's grab energy. Yeah, they redeem for packs. It sort of depends. Now, let's try and attack again. Good. Finally, we hit through the ability, Infiltrator. Take Priors. Evo Soda, not bad. Should give us the Wailord. And this Blastoise should stick to the board a lot better than our previous Pokemon, so we're in reasonable shape. We're in reasonable shape. It's not by no means guaranteed, of course, but we got a couple of turns ahead of us. Try and outmaneuver the Psychic GLC deck. Teammates. Fantastic card for this format because each KO is typically going to be 1 prize, so there's a lot of opportunities for teammates to be used. Good card regardless. What will they grab? Who knows? We don't know. But you have to imagine psychic energy of some description is on the card, so to speak, and maybe a way to draw out or further develop their bench. We haven't seen recovery for their side yet, so maybe something to get the Dragapult line back, perhaps. Could be Rescue Stretcher. Energy attachment. Fighting Fury Belt. And an Assault. The Psychic kind. Let's just promote Wishy-Washy here. It's got a lot of HP, so it can stand up to our opponent. Evo Soda will grab the Wailord. And then let's Brooklet Hill real quick. We don't want to draw into... No. We don't want to put it on the bench. So we have Rescue Stretcher... Nessa. Nessa is our only way to get water energies back. And we've got no water energies remaining in the deck, I think. Yeah. So... Professor's Research. We have to discard the Starmie there, which is a bit unfortunate, but never mind. We do have the Splash Energy in hand, so we do get to attack this turn. Fantastic. Great. And Nessa in the hand for our Wailord. Let's Hydro Splash. Our opponent is still not knocking out the Wishy-Washy, even with all this damage. And I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to see. Nessa here is very, very clutch. It almost feels like we need one more way to recover cards. Maybe a Clara needs to make its way into the deck, because this deck is quite good at immediately leveraging all the cards that you get back with a Nessa or a Clara. And naturally you have the... Trying to finish that thought. I'm not sure where I... Basically, Clara and Nessa are both very good at making use of all the cards that you recur, because you can put a Pokemon in play with the Nessa and grab energy back and put it straight into play with Deluge Blastoise, right? Stretcher is quite important, so let's give that a think. Starmie is our other way of getting energies back from the discard pile, so I think the play will be Stretcher, shuffle 3, and we grab Lapras, Staryu, and Starmie. Then I think we just grab Nessa. And we'll put all of the energy all of the energy and get it ready for the Wailord. I'm gonna Hydro Splash. Get through the Wobbuffet. Bit of a problem. That card can be. Excuse me. Which theme deck are you using? I want to join in the fun. So this isn't theme decks. Anime. These are GLC, Gym Leader Challenge decks. So I'll go over... There's probably at least a few people who are not familiar with the format. But basically, it's... Your deck is singleton, so any card other than basic energy can only be a one-of. Can't use cards with rule boxes, so that includes Ace Specs. It's black and white on, so all cards from black and white and forward. And your deck can only contain one type of Pokemon, so it can only be all water Pokemon, or all fire, or all grass, etc. That's probably the easiest way to describe the format. Because there's no rule boxes, it means that there's no EXs, GXs, Vs, VMAX. It also means no break Pokemon, no Radiant, no Prism Star, no Ace Specs. I think even Team Flare cards have rule boxes. Maybe? Not sure. Alright, in comes the Giratina. Fireworks Bomb is threatening. But here it is. Here it is. 12 damage counters incoming. Pot Helmet on a Necrozma. Let Loose. Some extra considerations from Jeff there. Fireworks Bomb. The play. Ouch. So that's kind of good for us because it gives us an opportunity to draw into the energy with Blastoise here. So we may be attacking with Stoise. It's Colress for 7. Very good. But that is not enough, I'm afraid. What do I do? Cry. An apt suggestion. Certainly. Certainly. I don't want to attach energy, but... And this stadium is gross, dude. I wanted to know. I did. I did. I wanted to know, so what did I expect? So, I think I have to go, like, attach and deluge. Because I am going to lose the Blastoise in the turn upcoming. It is almost assuredly going to occur. GLC takes a while? It does. Did I throw the game by benching the Staryu? I think I did. Because now Fireworks Bomb... Well played. I think it's well played. Oh, no. I think I threw the game by benching the Staryu. Oops. Forgot about it. But that was like a really difficult position to be put in. The Blacephalon 3 prize turn. If you don't have a way to overcome it, expect it. Because it is a threat. Hey, well played, James. Despite the misplay that I couldn't give you any takesy backsies at the beginning, but had to try and take advantage of it. Not enough, as it happens. Well honed. Well honed Psychic deck. GLC IRL, you got it. I'll have to build something. I'm sure I've got like most of or all of these cards. Like there's nothing like the what's the newest card here? Probably this, right? The Whale Lord. I'm sure I've got it. And you know, I'll have the rest. So yeah, we'll play for sure. For sure. I'll build it and we'll play. All right. Please give me a couple of minutes. I just want to get some water because I'm a bit parched. All I've had is like coffee and a bit of water, but I've had like a couple of coffees today and they tend to like parch your throat, so be right back. And yeah, we can play theme decks. Ramon, I'm keen. That's some good advice, Ramon. Always hydrate. Today I had to help my father move a car out of storage. Which is a bit of a mission. There's lots of very random things that you have to learn as an adult, like how to organize a tow truck and dealing with various people to do things that you only do like once every couple of years, or 5 years, 10 years, or in my case, never. So, I'm very glad that things worked out. Johnny Seasoning. Well, I'll add you. Not sure who you are, but I will add you. Okay, so could that be you? No, that's you, Ramon. All right. Well, look, I'm not gonna put a code in because I don't need any codes, but I'll show you. Anthony, you click here on the gift box and you go here and you just type code in here. Okay? Type it in, submit, redeems. You get packs. Go to your collection. Right? You go to packs. Click on the pack, you open it. Okay? Like this. My biggest adult learning is how to be an adult. Yeah. Shift tree. Okay. Ah, that's your one. Johnny. It's your Johnny Seasoning. Okay, cool. Mexican Tail. Hello. Welcome. I'm Vice, and we're playing all sorts today. So now we're gonna play some theme decks. If you're around anime, if you wanted to get in on some games, I am also gonna do some theme deck games with the older theme decks. So I'm gonna try this one because this one looks good to me. It has Espeon in it and Blossom. So I'm gonna challenge you. Remind me, if you're up for it, we will play. And then I think that I will give Jeff a game as well. Jeff, I think you wanted to play GLC, right? So we're a little all over the place with the decks that we're trying. But that's okay. We're allowed to do that, aren't we? Don't have to stick to a script necessarily. Do Duo. When was the last time I had a deck with Do Duo in it? Been a long time. We do have the extra bird head in the hand, which is kind of cool. However, sadly, it doesn't reduce its own retreat costs. That's funny. Alright, well, gonna try. Nidoran male in the active. Guess what you're playing? I'm not sure. You're super busy right now? Okay, well, you know, if you need to focus on what you're doing, you're, you know, happy that you stopped by, but you don't have to stick around if you are busy. A poultry peck for 10. Our opponent already set up with 4 Pokemon in play. Minecraft. You're a bit of a Minecrafter, Mexican Tail. Dodrio and Dugtrio. Unfortunately, so we resist fighting, but this Nidoran is the poison type. We're going to evolve up to try and preserve our HP. And we can attack, actually, with Incessant Peck. I'm a little bit worried about the near future, whether 60 HP is enough to stay alive. You're watching a stream and playing Minecraft at the same time. That's cool. Do you play Pokemon cards at all? Alright, we get the KO on the Nidoran. Very good. How many energy was that? 2. We got very lucky there. 20 plus 20. No. Oh, okay. Well, hopefully the stream might convince you to give it a go, because I am an advocate, a proponent, if you like, of playing the Pokemon card game. An empty turn from our opponent. Oh no. That's not good. Plead. Plead is a very funny attack. You're bricking? Well, that ain't good. Another Tails. Occasionally, it fails. Let's attach the Togepi and peck. Ooh! What? Resistance to colorless. You hate to see it. So when do you stream? I see that you're bricking, Ramon. I do see that. When do I stream? I stream. So if you look at the time it is now, count forward about an hour and a half for wherever your time zone is. And usually that's when I start streaming. So I usually start streaming at 5:30 AEST. So I'm Australian, right? So you're going to have to adjust for your time zone. GMT 10 plus is my time. So another brick. We'll continue to peck. 20 damage. Not a lot, but we'll get there. So I usually stream at that time, Anthony, and it's usually Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Alright, so now I've got a reason to want to bench something else here. So I'm going to retreat the Dodrio, go into Eevee here, and then we'll use Call for Family. And we've also got this in the back too. So, a nice development. We'll search. Might take Oddish. Start with Oddish. So Ghastly off the top, and a Skorupi. 2 Skorupi and a pig in hand. Yeah. So I think we're somewhat lucky, reasonably lucky with cards that we've drawn. Take an energy and we'll Psybeam the Skorupi. It is weak to Psychic. So KO will be delivered, and we'll get another prize, our other Espeon. So we got our star attacker. At least it's the star of the theme deck in the lead, which is good. Do I have Charizard? I have Charizards, yes. And actually, Anthony, if you are keen on trying the card game, I would suggest trying the Vivid Voltage Charizard deck, because you can take that deck and build on it. It's quite good. All right, a big turn coming up for our opponent. I'm just gonna have to do the best that we can with what we're doing. You want to learn all, and you've got a bunch of code cards. That's cool. So I'm considering going into Togetic for Chase Up. We also have resistance to fighting. So I kind of want to do this, right? We can use Chase Up. Now what do I grab? What does Togekiss do? Oh, it's not even in the deck at the moment. Well, I guess, in that case, I'm taking Gloom. Because we have the Blossom in hand. You want to learn it all and you got a bunch of code cards? Okay, well, after this game, I will give you the 5-minute, 2-minute version of what I think you should do. Okay? What something that you can do anyway. It's like sort of one path that you can take with the game. You can certainly just, you know, use your code cards, try and build stuff that's cool. Ouch. Ouch. So, we can put anything active because... Not too fast. We're in a bit of trouble if Marowak gets the double heads because we don't have a great way of dealing with it. We are going to inflict confusion. Assuming a head flip, but we failed. I just assume that we inflict confusion, but we do not. No such luck for our opponent too. Only tails is possible with this coin. Absolutely rigged. So we get the Blossom here, which is good. Yeah. Hustle Step. Removes damage. And we're going to Psybeam. Let's go for a heads. That's 4 tails in a row on this coin. But yeah, Anthony, so let me check my uploads. There is a video on my channel that has quite a few views. And it is a guide on how to get started with the game. Now, there's a lot of this guide that you can probably skip. Alright. There's a lot of this guide that you can skip. Out. Ooh, that link might not be working. Well, it should do. Okay, I'm gonna try this again. Here. Try that. What do I put active? Well, it doesn't really matter. I'll put that active first. So that teaches the video that I linked just now teaches you what to do if. So let's do this. We're attacking with Dodrio this game. I think that is what's happening. Dang. That would have been huge if we got that. So that video sort of teaches you how to get a competitive deck without spending money. But so what you want to do with your code cards is probably the latter part. So once you've got the code cards, what do you do afterwards? How best to use them to build out a good collection. Now you don't have to do that if you've got like just so many code cards that you just don't need to worry about obtaining more and more packs for trading. You can just go in and trade for the cards that you want. It's up to you. Basically, you just don't need to open them, if that makes sense. Ooh, there we go. So. Uh-oh. Nido King. Alright, let's Life Herb. Good. Good, good, good. And then Incessant Peck. Doesn't matter that we got the tails. Oh. It does instant poison as well. Togekiss, you are too late. So hopefully that video helps. What are you doing? Lost Crush? That's a bit rude. It's a little bit rude and unusual. Okay. Where's my draw? Where is it? Because we ain't got nothing here. If I stay... we can risk it, right? Because this is a coin flip, Lost Crush. It's a coin flip. So we might be okay. It's going to be a while before this Nido King powers up, but... Dude, you are... shocking. Don't do this to me, bro. Now I'm bricking. It's my turn now. Where's me energy? You're praying really hard. Only Arceus can save you now. Alright, Lost Crush, but we have no energy anyway, so it's fine. Psychic energy. This format does have reversals, so... I'm just going to keep hitting done. How dare you troll people? It's just so evil. Oh, so yeah, sorry, Johnny. Jeff, I mean. So Johnny Seasoning is a name used in Metal Gear Solid first multiplayer game. Had a afro, black shirt, zebra stripe pants, and black shoes, and you troll people. Which Metal Gear Solid game is this? Oh, what? Wait. Energy Exchanger. Oh, okay. I actually just want Psychic Energy. I thought it was a card like Interviewers Questions. Oops. I was thinking of like Energy Lotto when I played it just now, but... I need a second Dodrio so Dodrio can help itself retreat. It's the only reason why I haven't retreated yet. I want to protect the HP on the muck. Uh-oh. 3. Ah. I'm a big fan of Metal Gear Solid. So, you know. I'd be down to play Metal Gear Solid on stream sometime, maybe. That would be fun. One of my earliest live streams that I ever did was learning how to do Metal Gear Solid 1 speedrunning. Use Sage's advice. So 2 cards to hand and discard the rest, hey? So these are not that useful. 3 is your favorite? Yeah, it's pretty sweet. I think I'm just going to take the trickeries. I don't think the other cards are very good. And we'll just take an energy here and sludge drag. So we'll drag up the Nido King. Inflict the poison. Will this be a mistake? I don't know. But we'll see. A pass. Very good. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I want. Trickery. Thank you. Now discard a card. I like them all. I really like all of the games. I think that Metal Gear Solid 5 was a wonderful game to sit down and play. I took like a week off work when that game came out, and I slammed it. I played it all week, and I finished it. Long game. Very few series that I'll do that for. Pretty much only Metal Gear Solid and Kingdom Hearts. They're like the only 2 games where I would do that. Make a difficult decision again. Discard a card. Do get to pester this turn, which is good. Pester. I'm fortunate to be at a moment in my life where I get to do that. That's a lot of damage on the Nidoking. Oh my. Okay. So the problem with that line is that we get to... So we use Sages. Let's take Eevee and Grass. I'm not interested in the other cards. Oh, I probably didn't need the Eevee actually, but it's fine. I'm gonna Sludge Drag the Nidoking, and it applies Poison, so it should be a KO. It's too bad we don't get to see any more MGS games. Well, yeah. At least none helmed by Kojima. Konami could revisit it one day. You know, maybe if they outsourced Kojima to make a game for the series, I'd be alright with that. But yeah, they've sort of demonstrated that they're just not very good at doing it, are they? Big fan of Kojima games. I also played heaps of Death Stranding. Finished that. Oh, Colorless Weakness. Oh no! Breakdown is a strong attack. Have I played Rising Revengeance? Yes, certainly have. Long time ago when it came out. It's almost 10 years old now. Right? It came out like 2012, 2013, something like that. Good fun. I like Revengeance. My favorite Metal Gear game is Peace Walker. Very big fan of that game. We're in trouble. This Bannet could just run away with the game. Because we cannot get enough cards out of our hand at the moment. Bit of a struggle, actually. Any 30 HP Pokemon? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we barely survived Breakdown. It was for PS3 and Xbox 360, yeah. Yeah, so I've got it on PS3. And yeah, it was good fun. I also have the Legendary Collection, the Metal Gear Solid Legendary Collection that has like all the games on PS3. And you had to get Metal Gear Solid 1 as like a digital download. So there's like a code with the collection. You get it that way. Ooh. What a long game. That was a long game, Ramon. But the Espeon got it done. That's for Pokey, where Pokey is. Got it done. Wow. Thank you for the game, Ramon. You tried to Lost Know Me? You did. And that Bannet, it's getting some work done at the end. One of the interesting qualities of that theme deck that I just played is that you have the Sludge Drag Muck. So I was able to disrupt the Nidoking before you were ready to attack with it, so... So, let me challenge Johnny Seasoning. I think we were going to play GLC, right? Didn't see it coming out. Yeah. Those types of effects are what you have to look for in theme deck format. Like the types of effects that can really stymie an opponent like that. So I'm going to challenge you. I don't know if you're ready or not, Jeff. Hard to play around it, yeah. Yeah, it was. And I was getting a lot of work done with Pester. Yeah, the muck is really strong when you think about it. If you're allowed to power it up. And it's good, like, low energy or high energy. It has, like, decent damage output for the type of format it is. You also had some resistances to my stuff, but we were also hitting for weakness too, so yeah. Alright. We are going to play another GLC game, so let's see if the water theme deck can get it done. I think that... okay. I'm gonna lead with the Whale Lord. Big chunky amount of HP is good. Keeps it alive, healthy for a while. Pretty straightforward game plan here, I think. So we're up against another water GLC deck. Let's see what our opponent has in store for us. Pokemon communication is excellent. Frostlass, the plasma version no less. Whisked away to the deck, and a Remoraid takes its place. Of course, evolving into Octillery, but which one? Which one is it going to be? Nest Ball here puts a Pokemon from the deck straight to the bench, and it is a Lapras with Go for a Swim. Off you go. Go for a swim. There you go. Yeah, nice one. Nice Lapras. That looks like Lost Thunder to me, that ability. Oh, sorry, that set symbol. I think that's Lost Thunder. So we do have the evolution in hand, and we'll just go a Squirtle here, like so. Hit done. It's gonna be a bit hard, isn't it? This one. It's gonna be a bit of a tricky game to play. Our opponent has the Remoraid on the bench, and they played Com. So I imagine that they have some way to angle for the Octillery this turn. Konami doesn't care about their IPs anymore. Well, you know, they are working on Silent Hill at the moment, though. We were absolutely robbed of a great Silent Hill entry. We were absolutely robbed. Pachinko machines, yeah. Yep. It's really a shame. Really, really a shame. Frillish on the bench. Very cool. We like it. Capture Energy, great. Good card. What's it going to be? Aquajet. Pretty strong as well. It isn't going to be doing damage to our Squirtle, protected with the Shell Shield, and which is quite fortunate. 50 damage is enough to threaten a 2-hit KO here, but we've got a Wailord. That's pretty cool. And I think I might leave the Squirtle as a Squirtle. Just for a turn. Allegedly, with only rumors and supposed leaks. Seems like they've been quick to quash leaks. And it does seem to be in relation to Silent Hill stuff. So I do think that they are working on something. Yeah, they have so many... Like, Metal Gear, it's unfortunate because it's such a powerful IP, but it's not... It doesn't really fit their MO. I don't know how to describe it, but it's like... They need... a very... They want stable franchises. They want to be able to, like, report on, you know, successful... let me play this turn. So I'm going to Guzma the Lapras. Hope that that's enough to keep us going. Let's evolve. Done. So... Metal Gear... Kojima's games are divisive. And that is a good thing, right? Because nobody remembers a game that's safe, right? You know, if You know, if Call of Duty's your thing, that's cool too. That's cool. But like, you know, games that are produced, they're meant to be safe bets, sure bets, types of things that you can report on at annual shareholder meetings and be like, this game is guaranteed to make this much money because it appeals to this mass market or whatever. Nobody remembers them. And do you want to spend your life building games for profit? Like, I think that if you are into video games, you want to make something that will stand the test of time. I think no matter what type of art you make, that's probably one of the things that you want to do. You want to make something so great that people remember it forever. You know, we still remember... What do I grab here? I mean, it's got to be Blastoise, right? Yep. Struggling. We're absolutely struggling. Aqua Bullet. Spiteful Spirit. Wow. Silent Hill is a mainstream title, along with RE, but they haven't put up nothing. See, the difference is Capcom have proven that they're fairly good at making video games, right? And they've been able to, I guess, give their creatives enough freedom to just continue doing that. I don't want to put this in play because I don't have to. So I'm just going to hit done. Very unfortunate line happening here. It's not... Certainly nothing to write home about. If this Wailord gets knocked out, I'm not sure what goes active. Oh, sorry, what teammates grabs. If this is the Empoleon I'm thinking of, the one from the theme deck, that's very good. So it looks like they're still stuck with this Lapras in the active. Could be to their detriment. No energy accelerators, which is interesting. It's an interesting approach, for sure. I like Bridget here. So it's going to be a long-term play. This Wailord may... Whoa, uh-oh. No, don't do it to me. Don't do it. Don't do it. Or Aqua Bullet. Yeah, we can survive that. That's fine. Yeah, it's unfortunate, isn't it? And there's some good videos out there that cover sort of like the progression of the Silent Hill series and what happened and things like that. Yeah, it's kind of heartbreaking, isn't it? So, with this, we are going to grab... What do we need? What can we grab? What is this? What? Okay. Is there a Starmie? No. Is there... So we can grab Lapras, I guess. No, I don't want to grab it. I want Remoraid. Where's my Remoraid? Where's my Remoraid? I'm afraid of benching Staryu because of this. So I don't want to bench Staryu. Snom, Sobble, Lapras. I think those are the picks. Take them. Okay. Get as many Pokemon in play as we can, and then we'll Cynthia out. Evo Soda gets Frostmoth. Empoleon is a bit of a bother. Quite strong with Recall, then sniping the bench with Direct Dive. Very, very strong. What will be the target, I wonder? Makes me want to put Manaphy in. But, you know... space is a premium, isn't it? Space is a premium. Very interesting to be playing against a water deck that doesn't prioritize energy acceleration, or at least not as far as I can see. So we can go for a, like, kind of a tricky play here, right? Oh, not really. So I was considering picking up and putting down the Blastoise, but then we don't get to put energy onto the Wailord, so I don't think that we can do that. Let's Colress. Hi, Ghost. Hello. Hello. I can't believe we hit no energy. That's absurd. Bro. What? That's absurd. An absolute brick of a hand that was. What? What are you joking? It's alright, we got Sonya in hand. We could go for teammates, I guess. Teammates, probably the play. I don't know what to do. This is really difficult. Oh, no energy? No energy? Sonya is going to give us the goods. Finally get to attack with the Wailord. Fantastic. Yeah, I can see. I don't think that I need Wishy-Washy on the bench, but let's do it. Pump. Huge. Remoraid for our efforts. Very good. Wailord is doomed, but does have 60 HP remaining, which means Aquajet has a bit of work to do before it gets the KO on the Blastoise. So you've got 20 damage spread. This is doing 10 damage. So between them, they get a long-term KO on the Blastoise. A long-term KO. And good evening to you, Ghost. How are you? As you can see, I've been streaming for a little bit today. Has been good. Does Hex Maniac help us? Well, that ability is not going off. I guess Abyssal Hand stops this too. I kind of want to keep the cards that I have in hand, you know? Teammates for Bucket will be good. I'm also considering a research here. Just a dig. What did that achieve? Deny a prize. And we'll put Staryu down. It's Ice Dance. This is Wishy-Washy. I think I like this line. It's pretty good. It's Hydro Pump. What are you troubleshooting, Ghost? You having some issues? I think the scoop up net there was max value to stop the Aqua Bullet from getting the KO on the benched Blastoise. We do have Frostmoth available to us as well, so, and then a pivot point with the free retreat Staryu. So this turn should turn out pretty good. It's not a sure thing just now, just yet. It would be nice to get Shady Dealings. To get the Drizzile. Could get us the Bucket, which allows us to empower the Wishy-Washy. Boss's Orders is the order of the day. That might be a KO on the Staryu, which is a bit of a shame. Actually, that's going to be a double KO. Wow. Wow. I'm very impressed. Not great for us. Fantastic for our opponent's prospects. See what happens. So that could be boss KO the Staryu. Snorunt on the bench. Boss's Orders. Yeah, there you go. Did not consider. I did not consider that outcome. Oh no. Oh no. Alright, Sobble, you're in the lead, mate. Let's go. Wow, okay. So, we've got double energy onto the Wishy-Washy. Good. Let's put Squirtle on the bench, and then let's Marnie. So AMD released a driver update which has significant performance updates, but you think Windows is automatically installing a conflicting driver. That is annoying. That is for sure annoying. Okay, so for Lodestone, I'm going to take these energies, of which there are 0 remaining in the deck. Fantastic. Just an excellent outcome. Simply amazing. Alright, let's Rose Tower. Retreat. And we'll Hydro Splash. Get KO. The Spiteful Spirit is going to poison and confuse us. But that's okay. Inteleon, quick shooting is the evolution. What's it gonna be? What's gonna happen now? $20 damage on the benched Lapras. Fine target to bridge the damage required to get KO. U-turn board is going to give Inteleon free retreat. We're gonna go for a swim. Bit cold at the moment here in Australia, so I wouldn't recommend. Might be a bit different in your part of the world, of course. A card is selected. Air Balloon attached to the Octillery. And Birdkeeper draws some cards. A bit of extra flexibility with that card, of course. Drawing cards and switching at the same time is fantastic. Octillery, Abyssal Hand. Another 2. What have you got? What'd you get, Johnny? Continuous Headbutt. The Wishy-Washy remains in play. Let's evolve. The board develops, and we might actually just Tate and Liza here, and we'll use the switch for Sobble. Alright, and then a classic, an absolute classic, Retreat and Hydro Splash. Grabs KO. Epic. Very good. A level ball. What will level ball get us? It could get us Drizzile if Drizzile's in the deck. That's handy. Good option. Otherwise, we might be left wanting. Our opponent's Milotic with the Aqua Swirl, a bit disruptive. How much longer am I streaming for? Probably a while. I could stream for a couple of hours more at least. So, if you'd like to play, I would like to play against you. Figure out this format a little bit, you know. So, what are you keen for? Theme decks? GLC? It's up to you. So, we put the Sobble active, of course. It has free retreat thanks to the Floatstone. What format are we doing? What format would you like to play? Let me pose that to you. Alright, level ball. Let's see. Do I have the Drizzile? I do. Fantastic. So, I pretty much just want the Nessa, right? Pretty much want the Nessa. Drizzile for Nessa. Low-key, you want to try and do Gym Leader? Yeah, well, the only issue with Gym Leader challenge is that it takes a bit to get all the cards. But if you do, then we can play. Absolutely. Let's go Nessa here. I'm going to take Staryu. Perhaps against my better judgment. I really want this Staryu to stick. I really want it to stick. This Lapras, growing in strength. Milotic, thankfully for us, has a low enough HP threshold that the Hydro Splash does get the KO. Maybe Legacy. Yeah, well... you know, we'll have a look afterwards. I think it's kind of cool that Pokemon have released a alternative play handbook, which features Gym Leader Challenge. Alright, what's it going to be? This Empoleon is going to be quite the threat. But we're not too shabby ourselves, so let's see what our opponent decides is the line. We've got a lot of options up our sleeve with this hand. We can... We'll have to wait and see. You gonna be right back? No worries. No worries, guys. Thank you. Direct dive. Taking out the Lapras, a bit of a problem as identified by our opponent. Oh no. And the Wishy-Washy sending itself back from whence it came. Alright, let's do this. And I'm going to quick ball here, and I think that we're going to grab Wishy-Washy. Let's see what's in the deck, because we have Boss's Orders, right? So we have Boss's Orders, and we have the Starmie, so I think I think that we've got what we need to win on the turn. Let's Space Beacon. Get rid of Cynthia and Caitlyn. Couple energies. Okay, and then we Ice Dance. 1, 2, and a 3. And then finally, Inteleon. Dealings which are shady, including the boss. And we'll just grab Stretcher, not that it matters. Boss's orders. We're going to knock out Phoebus. And we Hydro Splash. That's our first victory in this format. We did it. GG. GG, Jeff. Yeah. That was a bit of fun. I was very impressed with the strategy that you're going with, the damage spread. You got that really big turn where you knocked out the Staryu and the Blastoise in the one turn, so that was a big swing. And Empoleon can be quite imposing as well with the recall attack. Very cool. I liked it. So, anime, we can... So the two formats that I'm looking at tonight is playing with Heart Gold Soul Silver cards. So we can either do just sealed theme decks. Let me have a look. Can you filter theme decks? Well, yeah, so Growth Clash, Steel Sentinel, and Daybreak. These are the theme decks that I've got for HGSS. We could also do... so I made a theme deck pool deck. So what this deck is it uses... It's a constructed 60 card constructed where the only cards you're allowed to use are from the Heart Gold Soul Silver theme decks. So this is an amalgamation of cards from the Steel Sentinel deck, Daybreak deck, and two, I think it's called Overgrowth, the theme deck, Growth Clash. So I took two of these, one of these, put all the best cards together, and then the deck that I got was this one here, which has 2/2 Espeon, 4/2 Espeon, Metapod to remove weakness, and Meganium for the big HP and damage with Giant Bloom. And this Roserade, which also serves to do some damage. With Energy Signal. What else? We could also play Standard, I guess, if you want to play Standard. But it's up to you. Do you have any other GLC decks, Jeff? Anything else GLC? So you can see we have Bucket and Letter in this deck. Rare Candy's here because you can get it with Shady Dealings. It's just like so difficult to get that combo. You do? Well, let's play another game, and then Anime, if you can decide what you'd like to do, maybe we can play Heart Gold Soul Silver theme deck, or we could play something else. We could play Standard if you want. I don't mind. Jeff, let's run another game. Cause I'd like to get more games in with this format. If anybody is interested in Gym Leader Challenge, I would go to gymleaderchallenge.com, which is Tricky Gym's website for this format. You have to add a card, no worries. No problem. Is there any way we can change this deck up a little bit, perhaps? Hex Maniac seemed really difficult to find the correct timing for. I feel like Escape Rope would have been nice. Escape Board. Ooh. Big Charm, maybe, in the deck. Big Charm could be good. Alright. Let's play. GLC Rain Dance is what I'm going to be playing tonight. I think I'm going to do a deck profile after this game as well. And that'll be like my next YouTube upload. And I think there is some appetite for GLC. So we can do a bit of a talk. Have a bit of a chat about it. And do a bit of a video, I think. Talk about it. So, we have a Staryu in the hand. We'll put it active. It's relatively safe to do so, this format, maybe you do want to bench Pokemon in case you're up against a Psychic deck and they turn one let loose you. Consideration. We're up against Fire. Of course, naturally, we have an advantage of sorts against the Fire deck. But we'll see, because it is not necessarily clear-cut. Of course. For a start off, you may find Fire Pokemon which do not have a weakness to water, perhaps. Although, typically, any Pokemon that's weak, that has Fire type is generally weak to water. It's pretty hard to find Pokemon which are not. It's not really one of those types that has different different things. So let's retreat here. I'm inclined to Sonya. I'm inclined to Sonya for energy. 1, 2. Take that. Beacon. We get a lot from this turn. We get heaps. So let's take... Not you. Oh, wait. Yes, you. No Remoraid. It's a bit of a problem, isn't it? Wait, no Wailord? Okay. Take Sobble, maybe? Just have it at the ready. It's not bad. Not a bad turn. Grabbing these two. You love the brick that you can throw. Alright. What have you got? A Reshiram on the bench. Quite strong, 130 HP. Black Flame. Potentially a lot of damage. Smooth Over is a fantastic ability. Loved all around for the ability to put a card from your deck on top of your deck. So there are very many combos out there that allow you to then draw the card on the same turn and effectively give you any card that you want from your deck, right? Alright, we're going to do this. Sobble to the bench. Let's go Starmie. Now, how do we do it? So let's do this, Ice Dance. And I'm going to scoop up the Alolan Vulpix and put Wailmer active, because we only need to manually attach to the Hydro, to the Wailmer to use Hydro Pump now. Is it worth using Timer Ball here? Perhaps it is. Because then we could bucket and then just ensure that we have the energy. Double? The double? Get the double? Drizzile then? Take... No, I don't think we take anything because we want to research on the following turn. Oh, I'm stupid. Oh no. I'm stupid. I thought that the Sobble was there already. Oh. Shameful. An absolute travesty. I have to say. Alright, well, look. Our hubris is on trial here now, but we are okay nonetheless. I don't want a quick ball. I don't need to. Let's just Hydro Pump. A big 140 damage, of course, applying the weakness to reach that number. Comfortably gets the KO on the Oricorio. Incense is the play. What will they grab? Delphox. Suggesting rare candy. Now, Mystical Fire. A very powerful ability, allowing you to draw until you have 6 cards once a turn. Blaze Ball. Has scaling damage behind it. Very good. And when you combine Mystical Fire with Smooth Over, you have to imagine my opponent might just be able to get the KO with Blaze Ball this turn. Let's see. Let's see what they've got. Perhaps via Blacksmith or Welder. Let's see. Amani is fine, but that does mean that their Blaze Ball is far less likely to occur this turn. Energy comes down, but what now? What's this? Charmander. Okay. Oh, no. No, no, no. You come back here. You come back here. Okay. So I think that what I want to do is retreat to like Sobble or something, and then Space Beacon to grab energy back, and then Guzma. I have to do it that way. So let's go retreat to Sobble. Okay. Beacon. Get rid of the N, because Cynthia and Caitlyn can get it back anyway. Grab some energy. Alright. Ice Dance to here. Just keep one energy in the hand, I think. Or we attach and manually retreat. No, we already did that. So we go Guzma. And we'll take out the Delphox. Very important target for us. Not enough energy, yeah. Yeah. We managed to fetch the Remoraid from the prizes. Means Octillery is in our future. Can't count an opponent out, even if they're playing into a type weakness, but it is very difficult now at this stage. We do have quite a nice little engine going between Starmie and Frostmoth. It's going to be difficult for our opponent to dismantle with what they have. Maybe Cynthia and Caitlyn is the play to re-grab Guzma. That could be good. Might be the play. Colress is a consideration as well. It's quite good. I like Cynthia and Caitlyn, but I also really like the cards that we have in hand too. So I'm thinking I'm gonna Colress. Grab a wider variety of cards. Splash Energy is fine. And we'll just play Brooklet Hill for the sake of getting rid of this. I don't really want to use Field Blower on the Lucky Helmet. But we could make things difficult by playing this now, but... Splash. So, we're roaring ahead in the prize exchange. 3 to their 6. We are well ahead and on our way to a win in this game. Fire, perhaps not the greatest of adversaries. It is inherent. The weakness is inherent, isn't it? Printed on the card. So without a means of removing the weakness, maybe you have to consider weakness guard energy for the deck. A big scorching wind, 100 damage effectively. What can we do here? So, let's Evo Soda. Now you have to remember that this goes straight onto the Pokemon, so Shady Dealings I don't think would activate if we used that energy. I think we'll do both. On a Space Beacon here, we'll get rid of Bridget, because it is less required at the moment. Ice Dance, might just put it on the Sobble. I'm going to Field Blower now and just get rid of that. And then, that allows us to Abyssal Hand. For a couple. And we might just hang on to this energy. Yep, sad face emoji from our opponent. It is a pretty intimidating board to play against. Pretty intimidating. So, evolution on the bench. Firestarter Blaziken, very reminiscent of a mid-2000s Blaziken with, I believe, very similar attack and ability. I think. Don't quote me on that. I think so, though. Because it came from a set that had a lot of cards like that. I'm going to look it up now. Blaziken. Yeah, you had Firestarter and Firestream. And it's somewhat similar. So, Firestarter, Attach Energy, yep. Firestream, yeah, very similar. So, it's gonna be... Oh. I am sorry. I am sorry. Guzma getting it done. Finally that Wailord appears. GG in the chat. Thank you, Jeff, for the game. That was fairly lopsided, unfortunately. The matchup certainly already in my favor, I think. So perhaps an unsurprising result, but thank you for the game nonetheless. I really appreciate your time. And that's some GLC for you. So why don't we do like a little bit of story time, and talk about what GLC is. So, because what I want to do is talk about like what developments there have been. I might just read verbatim from the GLC website. Okay. Ilham, hello. You're here. Could have made a house with that brick. So, how do we talk about this format? What's up, Looper Gang? Vice here, and I want to talk to you about an alternative format. So, if you have been following Pokemon cards in the last year or so, you might be familiar with a format called the Gym Leader Challenge, otherwise known as GLC, popularized by fantastic YouTuber Andrew Mahone, Tricky Gym. It is a format that Andrew came up with in the midst of the ADP era, where we just, as the story goes, just wanted to create a format to change things up. Okay? Andrew spoke about it on the Uncommon Energy format, and his contribution to... I feel like I should start again and be a bit more succinct. Is there another match on queue? Not just now. We can play if you like, Ramon. I am just going to try and do sort of a format and deck profile real quick, and this will be like the next YouTube video. So I'll start again. So what's up, Wooper Gang? Vice here. Hey, first of all, did you all see the new Wooper revealed in the trailer for Scarlet and Violet? Awesome, fantastic. We have a new Wooper to look forward to. So hopefully that is a playable card come next year, or whenever we get to see Scarlet and Violet cards. Yeah, something to look forward to. A little bit of news to kick things off. And so we are going to look at an alternative format today. So if you have been following Pokemon cards in the last year or so, you might be familiar with the Gym Leader Challenge, or GLC format. So this is an alternative format popularized by Tricky Gym, Andrew Mahone, shoutouts. And the format is very unique compared to standard and expanded. So let's go through the rules really quick so you can get an idea. So the rules are: deck can only have one type of Pokemon. Only one of each card with the same name allowed in a deck except for basic energy. Cards with a rule box are not allowed. So those are your Pokemon Vs, or your Radiant Pokemon, or even Ace-Specs rule box cards. Okay? Cards that are legal in this format are from Black and White onwards. And that's it. So those are the really important ones, right? The first two are the really important ones. The deck can only contain one type of Pokemon. So in this example, they're all water Pokemon, and only one of each card with the same name allowed in the deck. So as you can see, if I scroll down very quickly here, there are 60 unique cards aside from the basic energy. So that's for your consideration. Let me just quickly ban that user. So I've gone ahead and built a 60 card deck that matches the deck building rules of this format. So I've gone ahead and built a 60 card deck for GLC. This is an example list from the Gym Leader Challenge website, gymleaderchallenge.com. And I thought I'd try it out, for the first time against some of our viewers. So if you'd like to get involved and play some GLC games with me, or even other people in the chat, please check me out when I'm live. And hope you enjoy the games. I'll see you in the next live stream or video. So take care and goodbye. Enjoy. All right. Yeah, let's play some more. I'm down for GLC. I haven't heard back from Anime just yet, but we can play soon if you're about to. Yeah, there you are. There you are. What format do you want to play? I think I'm going to play Jeff again, just because I do want to get like some more games in with GLC. But then we can play as well. So, you know, if you want to play like some standard maybe or what have you, hold me to it. We'll play. I'm gonna get some water. Quick water break, bathroom break, all that stuff. I'll be right back. Thank you for waiting, everybody. Just get my headphones in. Whatnot. Get the camera back on. Here I am. All right. So who am I playing? Jeff? GLC Rain Dance? Sounds good. Let's play. Let's get some games in. So, I might stream for What theme are you playing? So we're playing GLC. At the moment. But if you want to do theme decks, I'd be down for that too. Or standard. So we're up against grass. Let's see what we can do. Whalmer, a bit of a lad, or Whalmer. We do have the scoop up net, which is good. Means that we can go level ball for Vulpix and then scoop it out of the way. Dealing on the bench. Very cool. Alright, well, level ball. Okay. Vulpix is the grab. Right. Scoop. That. Put this down. I'm inclined to hang on to the cards that I've got, because Evo Soda is nice. Right? Evo Soda is pretty nice. So let's do it. Beacon. What have we got? We're missing the Octillery. It's a bit unfortunate, so that's probably not the grab. But our Rain Dancers are online. They are available. Take the Snom. Okay, so bench, Soda, and Whalmer. That is a small Colress. But Turffield Stadium will get a bit of mileage. Without any counter stadiums of our own, they will go unabated. Sun-Drenched Shell, an amazing ability from times past. I remember the Sunflora from all the way back in Heart Gold Soul Silver having a very similar ability. Pretty much the same. And it was fantastic back then. This is fantastic now. So Boone Sweet. A sweet addition to the bench. Seasonal Blessing, drawing a card, not to be overlooked. A pass. And it is our turn. We will bench a couple of water Pokemon. Evo Soda gets us that all-important Wailord. Now, I really don't want a Marnie here. I really don't. Might have to, but I really don't. We're going to take a letter. A couple of water energies. Okay. Put one over here. And we might Beacon. So I didn't realize that they would end up with such a small hand. So now I'm sort of inclined to play it a bit like this. Okay, try and get a few turns out with the Vulpix and set up completely before we play this one. Of course, if our opponent ends up with the draw supporter in hand, we might have to change tact. Aromatic Energy, not too much of a threat against us. Don't really apply special conditions with the deck that we're playing. Now, let's be mindful. Some of our Pokemon are weak to grass, such as Staryu. Ramon asks, how could you go about trading for GLC cards? So my tip with trading for cards that are one-ofs, especially if they're older, right? Don't don't try and value like the whole pack of cards that you want and then try and do it all in one trade. People who are trading cards on PTCGO often will have like maybe 1 or 2 of the cards that you're after, but not a whole lot. So do lots of little small trades. Don't do one big one. Do lots of small ones, because you'll find that people can deal with part of it, but not all of it. Kartik, hello. Hello, I didn't miss you. How are you? Welcome back, and what's going on? So, Blastoise, right off the top, no problem. What will Vulpix get us now? What will Vulpix get us now? Hey? How to place the correct value for trades. So I would use... There is a website. It's pretty good for that. I'm going to take an energy and just put it here for now. Just for the moment. Just for the moment. And we are going to beacon here. And so what I want is probably this wishy-washy. I mean, we can take Remoraid maybe as well, or no. Frostmoth. Put him in hand. So the website that I would use if I were you is, what's it called? tcgpark.com/PTCGO prices. This is the website I use to value cards. Takes a little bit of figuring out to figure out how it works, but you know about PTCG Park, but it's weird for old cards that don't have prices to date. Yeah, it's true. So generally, so maybe like if you have like a, let's say older rares are worth like 1 pack each. So let's say maybe your GLC deck needs 3 rares and then like 6 uncommons, right? You could list 3 trades. You go like a rare and a couple of uncommons, and then a rare and a couple of uncommons, and a rare and a couple of uncommons for like a pack for each lot. Just try and split them up evenly, and eventually you'll get what you need. It might take a while though. Might take a while, but yeah. Ilham, can we use Greninja Blackstar to play GLC? So, which Greninja are you talking about? You'll try to build a Psychic deck? Alright, sounds good. Sounds good. So, we're going to Rare Candy to the Stoise. And then we're going to Frostmoth here. That's good. The promo ETB celebration. As long as it's not a rule box Pokemon. As long as it's not rule box, then you should be good. I'm going to put Floatstone on the Vulpix, even though it seems like a waste. Oh, I can't believe we missed the energy. Boo! We don't need to attach it. But I guess like we don't want to get end out of it, I guess. So as long as it's not a rule box Pokemon, it's good to go. Alright, hit done. We're still setting up. We don't want to set up forever because at the moment you can see our opponent, Johnny Seasoning, is sort of languishing a little bit without too much to show for the amount of time they've spent setting up. But neither have we. So we need to hurry it up a little bit, if you like. Try and get things started a bit faster than they're happening. See, now things are going to get started with Voltage Beat. So. Now they're going to get started. see an Ivysaur develop on the board. Replacing the stadium with another stadium and drawing 1 with the effect of Rose Tower. See what happens. Voltage Beat. Accelerating energy from the deck. Rillaboom, fantastic energy accelerator. That is a lot of energy. Power Whip. 20 damage to one of my Pokemon for each energy attached. Very scary. We don't like that. Fortunately, we have a pair of very capable energy accelerators. So we'll be okay. We'll get there. Carbu draws 4 rather than 8 with the weakened effect. So, Ice Dance to the Wailord. We are going to take out the Serena, I think, with the hand that we've been dealt. Hydro Pump, 40, 80, 120, 160, 170. Guzma. Hopefully this is enough damage. Let's Hydro Pump. Very good. All of that work undone from our opponent, and precisely why we wanted to start moving the game state forward. You know? That's why I decided to Marnie, even though it does help my opponent get out of the predicament they were in. They have access to cards like Sun-Drenched Shell, Grottle, to help maneuver their way out of a dead hand like that. So it's important to move forward. Okay, some spam. Let's get rid of that. Revitalizer, fantastic card from 2016 era of the game. You saw it a lot alongside Vespiquen and Forest of Giant Plants. Hello, Jaxu. Welcome back. I think that you've been here before. Do I have any legacy decks? I do not. Unfortunately, I don't. I did build a deck using Huckold Soul Silver cards only found in theme decks. It's kind of like a limited theme pool format that I sort of invented on the spot. I'd like to play it, but it is for the people that might be interested in it. You have to either trade for the cards individually, or you have to use the in-game coins to buy the theme decks, which can be pretty expensive. So, Hammerin, offering a whopping 160 damage. What do we do? What do we do? We could Cynthia here, maybe get rid of the War Turtle from the hand. That might be alright. And we can take Guzma. We want to draw energy. We did not draw energy. Oh no. Oh no. So, you're interested, you're a pay-to-win player, you're definitely down for it? Alright, alright. So, we can retreat the Wailord and actually attack with Wishy-Washy instead. We could do it. It's very unfortunate that we didn't hit the energy needed. So we can do it like this, right? We discard 4 energy, which is not insignificant. Not insignificant. Then, Space Beacon. We will take Nest Ball. And grab 2 water energy. Not Ice Dance. Oh, I messed up. Oh, I thought this was training court, not training setup. Dude. No, dude! That is embarrassing. Well, our Wailord does live for another day. Done. I thought it was training Claude. And now I'm seeing that Torterra's got way more HP. Oh. Jaxu, you had a ton of cards, but it all transferred to PTCG Live, and now you regret it, yeah. Yeah, it's a bit of a bother that occurred the way that it did. Sorry to hear. But hopefully the game is not only finished, but like brought up to scratch. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Wow. Meganium, Sawsbuck, Rillaboom, Torterra. We got another Serena. Oh my gosh, this deck is amazing. What? Grass is popping off. We're in trouble. Evo Press is going to do an enormous, dizzying amount of damage very soon. Everyone hold on. Hold on to the handrails. We don't even knock it out with... Does 6 energy do it? I think so. I think it does. I think it's okay. Alright, we'll get there. But I don't know where we would be without this Wailord. We'd be up the creek without a paddle, as they say in Australia. Alright, let's go... Sonia. Take the energy. Thank you very much. Okay. We will Space Beacon and remove the incense from hand. Okay, 2 more energy. Alright. Deluge. It's like I never left 2013 declaring Deluge. Bench a Remoraid. It's going to be handy on the following turn. Hydro Pump. 250 damage. Kind of ridiculous that I need to reach for numbers like that in order to get a KO, but we got there. It's fine. You're a pay-to-win player, so you're definitely down for it. Well, okay, Anime, so if you've got the coins to spare, the format that I would like to try is putting together theme decks, or putting together decks that only use the cards that are in the theme decks from Heart Gold Soul Silver. So there's 11 in all. So you got, a fair few to choose from. I made a Grass Psychic deck. So it's up to you. We could also just play, maybe if you want to pick a Heart Gold Soul Silver theme deck for yourself, and we could just play a theme deck game. They might be like a little less exciting than today's theme decks, much less constructed, but I wanted to revisit the old cards because they're gonna go away with the move to live. So I wanted to just give them a go while we've got them, you know. Just give them a go. Hey, Blahaj, welcome back to the stream. How are you? I hope you're well. Timeout Kick. Takes an energy and moves it, perhaps. Put it into my hand. Okay, well, that's handy. How do we play the turn out? So we do have Lapras, which will give us an attacker this turn. I really need that Octillery, but this hand is not necessarily lending itself to fetching it. Let's shuffle. Take these 3 and put them back in the deck. Fetch them out later, no problem. So I think Lapras is always played here. I feel like I have to Ultra Ball, and we've got to go for Octillery. We do discard the boss's orders when we do that, but we have Verse Seeker in the deck, so we'll see. Abyssal Hand draws 4 for us. Not bad, not bad, not bad. So let's Ice Dance over here. I think I want to Field Blower the training center. And we're going to Coal Rest for 10. Big draw. No energy. That's a bit disappointing. A little bit disappointing. Alright. Beacon. I don't think I ever researched this hand, so we'll get rid of that. 2 more energy for the hand. That is... It's actually rather disappointing that we won't get much further with the hand that we've built here. Treat for Lapras. I think that's it. Just have to Hydro Pump. Serena doesn't get a KO on our active with Power Whip, but if they attach 2 more energy to it, they do get a KO on something like Frostmoth. We have built up a second and, to be honest, better energy accelerator in Blastoise, so we're not too fussed if this goes down. It's more the Starmie, if anything. If we lose the Starmie, we're in a little bit of strife, because, you know, 3 energy on the active, 4 in the discard pile. We've only got 3 more energy available to us, and so it's gonna be a bit tricky to outmaneuver the need for energy. So they knocked out the Frostmoth rather than the Starmie, and I'm pretty pleased about that outcome. That's fine, absolutely. Let's take a Dive Ball and grab ourselves a Whelmer. There's 1 water energy left and a splash energy, so the bucket is certainly on the cards. Certainly playable. I think that Hex Maniac would be a really strong attack here. Sorry, really strong supporter. But let's use our abilities first. We'll get rid of Cynthia. Cynthia's just a little bit weak now, so we don't need it as much as we need energy. Okay. Alright. Deluge to the Whelmer. We can Bucket as well. Take 1. And now, Hex Maniac. A bit of a bother for our opponents, and we'll Hydro Pump. You're fine. That's good. That's good, Bullhard. You love this deck? Are you talking about your grass deck? It's pretty cool. Ooh, powerful friends. Not bad. Though, it is lacking the extra punch it needs to get through the Lapras. Let's see what you've got. Rain Dance, pretty strong. It is a quintessential archetype in the game, the Energy Accelerator. It's funny how archetypes are a bit different in Pokemon compared to other card games. Because when you think about archetypes, I guess like you think a lot more about strategy. Does that make sense? I don't know. So it's like strategies are often recurring. And in the end, like, you know, most decks, there's like only a handful of ways to win. But I guess like Magic, you know, realistically it's get them to 0, deck out their deck or whatever. So it's probably not. Oh no. So the Hex Maniac doing its job, keeping the Heracross underfoot, so to speak. We can be ultra rude on this turn. Do we want to be ultra rude? I think we do. We're going to be super hyper rude. And my apologies in advance to Jeff. We're going to be very rude. Because versus Seeker, Hexmaniac. Hexmaniac turns off abilities once again. We pull one more turn ahead of our opponent while they're left without the ability to use abilities. So, now, they do have Aether Paradise in place, so putting up a high HP Pokemon might be a strategy to withstand a Hydro Pump. Could have been the play, but not as yet, not this time. Grottle established to the board once again, and an N is played to put us on the back foot a little bit. We like that card. We enjoy that card. We've managed to retrieve all our energy. So Hydro Pump should get the KO here. 100 HP. We can Abyssal Hand, of course. And grab some cards. Hydro Pump. Gets KO. 60 damage to spare. And we've set behind our opponent by quite a lot. Very successful outing for the Rain Dance against the Grass deck. We weren't able to put together a win against the Psychic deck from James, who was in the chat earlier. That deck was really something else. I know James in real life, so we will probably play, if I can get the cards together in real life. Yeah, I got enough spare cards sitting here on the table. I can probably find a GLC deck or two amongst them. Alright. Wailord to the active. We need to hit 200 damage. Nessa is going to be our way forward, grabbing us a hearty 4 water energies. Deluge. Hex hurt. It really, really did work for us in that game. Hydro Pump. 330 damage. Not to be trifled with. The almighty Lord. The Whale Lord. Majestic. Enormous. Fantastic. GG. GG to you, Jeff. Thank you so much for running the gauntlet of decks with me. It's been very fun for me. I hope it's been enjoyable for you as well. The Grass deck kind of got there. It kind of got there, and then I Hexmaniac'd you 2 turns in a row. Which is it was sort of like a really interesting dynamic to be able to do that in a game. So I don't know what you do to mitigate the Hexmaniac. Like, what do you do with your deck to make it stand up to that? Because getting hit with it is really strong. It's a really strong card, and it shouldn't be as consistent as that. But this happens to be a deck that can make that happen, right? Because you run the Drizzile and the Inteleon, so you can go, Drizzile, Shady Dealings, Hexmaniac, play it, then Inteleon, Shady Dealings, versus Seeker, Hexmaniac, and then you could even Cynthia and Caitlyn and get the Hexmaniac back again. So it's really strong, but only if it sort of comes to fruition. Because the other way that game goes is that you continuously accelerate energy from the deck. I have to somehow put the cards into hand and accelerate them that way. I do have Space Beacon. This Starmie is fantastic, but if you power whipped it if you knocked it out at some point, then life becomes a bit of a struggle. Hard to come up with something. Yeah, that's all right. Anime, we can play standard. I am going to do a very quick deck profile for the Rain Dance, and that's going to like cap off everything that I sort of need to do GLC and to do Rain Dance. So I'm just going to do the YouTuber voice right now. So I'm going to be like, and so earlier I mentioned that I put together this Rain Dance deck. So it might be handy if I explained what it did. So this deck is a quintessential representation of water Pokemon throughout time. You have this Blastoise, and looking back as far as even base set Blastoise, you have an ability here, Deluge, very reminiscent of its Pokemon power origins all the way back in base set. As often as you like during your turn, you may attach a water energy card from your hand to one of your Pokemon. And so this whole deck is sort of engineered to make the most use it can out of the Deluge ability. Because when you look at cards like Lapras with Hydro Pump, if you look at Wailord also with Hydro Pump, and even Blastoise itself has Hydro Pump as an attack. So this attack says it does this much damage, so in this case 60, and in the case of the Hydro Pump on this Blastoise, it does 10 more damage for each water energy attached to this Pokemon. So the idea behind this deck is to power up these attacks, which cannot be easily empowered and taken advantage of without the effect of an ability like Deluge. Because if you were to sit there and just attach energies every turn with Blastoise, there's a good chance that you never even get to attack. It probably gets knocked out before you're able to attack with it, because you would just take too long to power it up. And that's how an attack like Hydro Pump is generally balanced. It's balanced because you cannot easily power it up unless you have an ability like Deluge. And even Deluge on its own is not enough. You need to actually have the energies in hand. So this deck runs cards like Starmie with Space Beacon, which discards a card from your hand to put 2 energy from your discard pile into your hand, 2 basic energy, mind you. And even cards like Capacious Bucket and Professor's Letter to get the energies out. So that's the general theme of the deck. It's based around being able to accelerate energy with the likes of Ice Dance Frostmoth, Deluge Blastoise, retrieve the energy with Starmie. You're attacking with Pokemon like Lapras and Wishy-Washy and Wailord. You've got Draw Power with Octillery. You've got Search with the Inteleon line. And you've got a long list of trainers. You know, items. Search out your Pokemon. You got supporters with various effects. Hexmaniac is one that I'd like you to keep an eye on as I go through a couple of games coming up. And look, if you enjoy GLC, let me know in the comments. And if you'd like to play with me, come join me live and we can play some games. No problem. I'm Vice, and I'll see you in the next live stream or video. So take care and goodbye. See you later. Yeah, let's play some Conkeldurr anime. I'm gonna try my Conkeldurr deck. So if you're online, or if you come online soon, we can play. So here's this weird Conkeldurr deck that I've been developing. This was at the request of Vice Games stream aficionado, Emerald. You're on? Yeah, yep, cool. So it's this deck's a bit weak, okay? It is somewhat below average in power, but it is fun. So we'll just play it, you know, see what happens. I don't know if I can change it. It's like, it's just not very good. I don't know if there's anything I can do about that. You know? It's a little bit weak. I think that this deck would benefit from maybe something like Farfetched. I could try that actually. So there's a Farfetch that does like 20 plus 10 for each damage counter on your opponent's Pokemon. So yeah, I could do that. I could also try Glimwood Tangle because this Conkeldurr has a penchant for flipping tails on the Dynamic Punch. I think the attack is Dynamic Punch. We go first. We'll see what's good. But yeah, I might just play a couple games standard, and I might actually I might call it an evening after that. I don't know. I want to go out to the shops because I need to buy some groceries. I'm out of vegetables. You need those. You know? So I see Squirtle. We like that. We like that. Alright, we'll hit done. Uh-oh, Dialga. It's Dialga time. Having groceries tends to be good. Yeah. But what will I cook? Is the question. We have a lot of meat in the fridge, so it's gonna be meat and something. We'll see. Alright, Dialga. Straight to the active. Make a curry and blame you. Ooh, Professor Willow on the case. You know, I've been streaming for what, 3 hours 15, and I'm like ready for a nap. I had a really early start this morning, to be fair, but I guess what I'm trying to say is it's very impressive to me, those individuals out there that are able to make it happen. Speaking of which, what do I need? I need incense. Colossal. Orange juice helps. Okay. So an interesting line here is to manually retreat to the Greninja. Get it back. Oh, no. No, I don't want to do it. Spike draw. Draw 2. Not very good. Very bad, actually. Never mind. Never mind. Alright, here it comes. It's Dialga time. The candy. Interesting looking candy, isn't it? From Pokemon Go set. I mean, what you're used to is the one that looks like the sweet wrapped in a candy wrapper. But we get the candy is exposed. It looks very tasty. Yeah, today's stream is a bit of a long one, which is cool. It's good. Anyway, I was on this line of thought because man, people who stream for there's people out there that stream for hours and hours, like way more than I am right now. Like, all right, we'll put up Greninja first. So go draw some cards, concealed cards even. Nowhere to be seen, perhaps. Alright, we've got a start. There is a beginning here to be had. And a pretty good one too. Let's net. Greninja. Like so. Concealed again. Because we scooped it up and put it back down, we can use the ability again. A level ball is fine, and we will take, I guess, a roly-coly. I guess that's what we're doing. Okay. Tar generator. I like using the ability before retrieving the energy in case I do something wrong. Train court. Grab the energy again and put it in hand. And we're going to knock out the Squirtle with Dynamic Punch. Tails flip. See what I tell you? Tails always fails with this deck. It makes me want to put Glimwood Tangle in. Usually I don't care about Tails flips, but you get a lot for flipping heads. So flip a coin if heads, this attack does 90 more, and your opponent's active Pokemon is confused. You lagged out? Oh no. What happened? Oh, the game's over? Oh. What happened? Did it disconnect you? Is that what happened, Anime? We can quit the match, start again. I'm not sure how it works, or is it fine? If it's all right, then we can continue. Yeah, it's really impressive to me, the streamers out there that have the stamina to just stream. You know, it's one thing to just sit comfortably, chill out, veg out, you know, nobody's watching you. You get to just play Pokemon, maybe watch a YouTube video over here. You're not talking to anyone. But another to actually be a presence in front of the camera, try and make things reasonably interesting for you all, and talk through what's going on. That boss's orders is a bit of a bother. That is really annoying. So, kindly ask you to stop doing that. It's candy. Hopefully we have a switching out available. And wouldn't you know it? Wouldn't you know it? Dynamic Punch pulls us a little bit further ahead, but do have a bit of a mountain to climb. So, see what happens. We've got a quick ball in hand now, so we can think about getting a second Conkeldurr online. I think that what this deck needs is Bibarel. Maybe. I like to think that the Greninja is enough, but Bibarel could be the play. Could be. Anyway, it is a little disappointing how weak Conkeldurr V is. Would have been nice to have something a bit more exciting than that, but never mind. Looks like our opponent's favoring to retreat to the Diancie once again. Trying to buy some more turns to set up with, which is sort of what you want to do with the deck. Amani is played, which is alright for us. It's alright. Very good. This is a very acceptable collection of cards we've drawn into. Quick Ball gets our other Conqueror out. Irida could be a giant cape. Or what is this called? Yeah, Cape of Toughness. So many capes. So many capes. So even when this deck falls behind, it can stage an impressive comeback via Star Chronos. So we don't want to be victim to that if we can help it. Let's concealed cards. We'll get rid of the fire energy first. Oh, Cape of Toughness. Straight to the hand. No mucking around here. There are very few cards that I would want to get with Irida at this point, so I'm not going to get anything, I think. So now, Tar Generator grabs 2 distinct energies. Cape comes down, energy onto the Conqueror, and then we'll Dynamic Punch. Tails flip. It's fine. No problem. Quick Ball to the hand. We sort of don't need Quick Ball at this point, but if it got to a point where we needed the 3rd Conqueror, then it's useful. What have we got now? Dialga. 3 energy attached. If they evolve into the Blastoise and power up with Vitality Spring, it does present an opportunity to Star Chronos, but it's a bit of a rough spot for them because they would then lose a turn and grant to us a slightly better position. Only slightly, but it would be better. So this could be a Metal Blast, but now my opponent has to be wary of how much damage I can give back with counter. So we'll see. Metal Blast is the choice. Deals 100 and 200. I was going to say 160. It is 40 plus, not 40 times. Important to get your mathematics right there. So we are doing 220 with counter. There is... So what we can do here is actually retreat. Okay. And then we might... Concealed. Tar Generator. Empower the Conqueror again. And I actually kind of think that researching here is good, because it'll put us ever closer to cards like this. So, grab an energy, put it to hand. Attach. Could have used Tar Generator for that as well, but it's fine. Dynamic Punch is the play that I'm going to go for here. Heads. Very potent. Swinging for 180 and granting confusion. So we're in a good spot here. Good spot. We've managed to build a not insignificant lead. 2 prizes to their 5. And Star Chronos is going to have to be a manual attached and then somehow attack through confusion, perhaps double switch, some other method of making it happen. So a very fortunate dynamic punch on the turn. Maybe you start Chronos and see what happens. Maybe you just let it rip. Don't know. Unfortunate, mate. I probably would have done the same. I would have done the exact same thing in your position. Anyway, I would have done the same thing, I think. I would have just let it rip. I can't tell you how many times I've been in that spot where it's like, well, I'm out of ideas. Time to flip heads. Literally prized. Oh. You hate to see it. That sucks. Unfortunate. So I think who else wanted a game? Ramon wanted a game, so I'm happy to give you a game, Ramon, if you're about. Yeah. We're gonna play the Concorder, if that suits you. Give it a go. I'm gonna try. Yeah, the Blastoise brick is not great. I can recall the feeling of prizing my Blastoise way back when. In the 2013 format, where you would play Blastoise with Black Kyurem and Keldeo EX. Exact same feeling of despair, let me tell you. Not having access to Blastoise pretty feels bad. Alright, I've won the flip. Fantastic. And it's going to be a Diancie open from us, but not too much else. Not too much else to write about. Unless we get something decent off the mulligan. Come on. Do have a research in the hand, so that's good. Falapple. Do we care about Flapple? We're not weak to grass. The Colossal is, but our main attacker is not, so we should be okay. Heavy Ball. Could be good. Let's try it. Hello. Hello. I mean, I guess it's gonna be Roly-Coly, right? Roly-Coly. And I don't think that they do 90 damage on the turn, so let's just hit done. See what happens. We need a decent top deck. Because I don't want to research the hand. We have Rare Candy in hand. May not have a choice in the matter, which, that's fine. So we see a big discard and a menagerie of grass, Pokemon, supporter, grass energy, choice belt, the extra strong shaman. Let's see what they go for. Ultra Ball gets rid of a Mew. And it looked like probably the Canceling Cologne. And that was a Hisuian Lilligant V, I think. Yep. Flap for 30. Not doing the extra damage with Choice Belt because we are not a V Pokemon. Training Court. Put it down. Cape of Toughness on the Diancie. And just have to research, because this Diancie will not be long for the world if we do not. So let's do that. Greninja to the board. What's concealed? Get this party started. A Cape and another Conkeldurr. We do have Irida in the hand, which is good. Take this energy and we're going to put it on the Conkeldurr. And I don't know if our opponent has access to damage spread, so I don't know if I need to bench this or not, but it's fine. Let's go Spike Draw. If I'm lucky, I'll just get Rare Candy. Not to be. Not to be. This is going to make the upcoming turn difficult to play. If you didn't have any bad luck, you wouldn't have any luck at all. That is quite an assessment. I feel that. That is a somewhat despairing disposition, but it is something that is acutely experienced by the card game competitor. I think that the shared experience that we all have with card games, the lows and the highs and everything in between, is something quite magical, quite beautiful, I think. And there's a lot of aspects to this game that I feel like is kind of cool in that way. You know, before a big tournament, everybody has to go through the same ordeals and rituals and stuff, writing your deck list and all that sort of stuff. All has to be done. Do I continue setting up? Let's do it like this. Ooh, close. Close. Stone Energy over here will make the following turn a bit simpler for us, so that's good. Take a Fire Energy and put it in your hand with Training Court. Can't hurt. And let's... I'm gonna quick ball and put one more Diancie on the bench, or maybe like a second Roly-Poly actually. We are getting to a point where we don't want Diancies in play, but multiple Colossal will be good. So we'll spike draw here, draw 2, hopefully. I was gonna say hopefully and out to Colossal, but we did not. The best that we've got is Irida. Irida for Evo Incense, which is not bad, but it's not the greatest line that we could ask for. It's just okay. I am starting to feel tired. I got up at like 6 AM, which is not, that's a fairly normal time to get up, but I am running on a little less sleep than usual. Woke up a bit earlier, started streaming a bit earlier too, so starting to fade a little bit. I think this could be my last game tonight. Need to get out, go buy some groceries. So I want to do that and get back home. Conkeldurr isn't a hero. So we see the Applin, Miki Tanaka, one of my very favorite Pokemon artists, illustrating the Applin, looking at its reflection in the water. The ability, V-Star Power, Star Perfume, grabs a combo of 5 grass Pokemon and energy cards. A little bit of everything there. Got the V-Star Shaman and a Kricketot to round out the bench. Very good. The evolution comes out. That's what you want to see. Shaman V-Star. Gardenia's Vigor. Draws 2 and accelerates energy after drawing. Very interesting approach to that card. Makes it unique, although it still fits that theme of the supporter energy acceleration with minor draw that we've enjoyed for the last few formats. We saw a switch there, putting Lilligant into the driver's seat for the turn. We might see Parallel Spin come out. Probably not going for the extra damage on this turn. Doling it out. 130 is the base. Conkeldurr, you're up, buddy. It's up to you. So, with this hand, we will conceal. And we are going to Irida and take an Incense. It's taken quite a few turns to build up to the position that we've established now, but Never mind. We will carry on. Fire energy goes onto the active, and then we use tar generator to get this one up and running. I'm not going to use... Oh, wait, I can only use the ability once. I forgot that. I thought that this was a Colossal already. Let's take an energy, perhaps. Keep fire in there. It's fine. And we're going to Dynamic Punch. Of course, Dynamic Punch just has higher base damage. But also, we look to put like a base of damage on the opponent. It's kind of weird. You want to use the attack that requires more energy, and then you finish it out with counter. Yeah, so even if you flip tails with Dynamic Punch, if they're doing, let's say, 200 damage to you, and you then go use counter, that could be 220, and if they already have 90, that could be 310 damage, as an example. So we'll see. See what happens. Applin to the bench again. So that ability, the Apple Drop, placing 2 damage counters, and then shuffling back into the deck. It's pretty interesting. It's a bit different. Maybe it helps the Lilligant reach numbers that it couldn't normally. Or it's just shy of. Let's see what happens. Parallel spin going to spin us. GG. An early GG from our opponent. What's up there? Gardenia. Do you want to hope you drew a card? An energy. So you retreat your Mew. But it doesn't look like it's coming out unless there's a switch. Air Balloon. There you go. Not on to the Mew though. So interesting. No boss's orders in the hand just yet, but we will go fishing. No. It's fine. There is a strong temptation to research the hand, but I should avoid doing that. I think. Take an energy, put it in the hand. Of course. And then we'll punch. Even with the tails flip, would have been enough. Our first prize of the game, finally. The Mew falls to the Dynamic Punch. And Crobat is put in the lead. Of course, with the Air Balloon, it does have free retreat. Hi, Emerald. You're here. However, I am somewhat close to jumping off. I'm sorry. Yeah, quite a lot on board. We played a lot of GLC tonight. I started much earlier in the day, so I'm actually exhausted. You like to see the Conqueror? I made this deck for you. This deck is for you, Emerald. So, I mean, it's probably not your birthday today, but happy birthday. We're playing Conqueror. You asked, I delivered. And as a valued subscriber, I'm here to please. Yeah, and we played a lot of GLC today. We played some GLC games with my friend James, who I play with IRL in real life. And we also played GLC games with Jeff. What happened to the HS format? We did play one game of Theme Deck, but as far as the Theme Deck pool format that I made, yeah, not quite. We don't quite have it. So here we can go Irida. Check the deck. There are 2 bosses orders still. So, but we have played the Irida already. So, not to be. Stone Energy doing a little bit of work for us there. I'm sort of worried about this Applin. giving us some strife, but we will try anyhow to do it this way. Concealed. Nothing that we need to sort of recover at the moment. Dynamic Punch is the KO. And our prize count falls to 3. But yeah, I do still want to explore the theme deck format that we sort of made, where you only use cards from the theme decks to build constructed Heart Gold Soul Silver decks. But I think it's going to need a bit more time in the oven until, you know, until we reach the right time where the right people are in the stream and we can play. But until then, we'll play GLC, because I think there's enough general interest in that format that people have bought into that, so to speak. They've gone out and obtained the cards for it. 8,000 coins. You're a machine, Emerald. That's a lot. You'll be ready for Lost Origin when it comes out in like a month's time. You can open a pack or 30. Wow. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. That's alright. We'll get there. We'll get there. We should get the one-hit KO thanks to... So... Alright, well, no... I did not... I'm on autopilot. You can tell I'm tired. So, Rod... Grab 2 Pokemon. 2.5k for the HS tourney. Is that how many coins you've spent? I meant to play Ordinary Rod before playing the second Quick Ball, and I just didn't do it. Just didn't do it. Bad. Alright, concealed cards. Let's see what we get. Oh, yeah? You're planning to spend? Okay. Okay. Well, look. It's up to you. I'm also happy to just play theme deck games. And we could do that too. It just comes down to what people want. Counter. Eh? Oh, that's not how it works? It's not how it works, dude. I thought it was just like count the damage on itself and do that much damage back. It's not how it works. No. Oh, no, dude. I can't read. That's it for me. That's it for Vice Games. Time to turn off the stream. That's embarrassing. I made the deck and I don't know what's going on. Well, that's a shame. Alright. Alright. Yeah, if we could get 4 people to do the decks, it'd be worth, yeah. Yeah, I think so. I think there'd be like a few people out there that probably have like the cards from way back when. You don't have to buy the theme decks either. You can just trade for the cards too, like trade your commons off or something. We would turn Slowbro seems fun. Could do that too. So, I don't know how to win here. There is a boss's orders in the deck still. So, we can do this. Yeah. Let's do it like this. Oh, wait. If I do this, the Shaman will just knock me out. I didn't even think about it. I didn't even think about how many prizes my opponent had left. Oops. I needed to knock out the Shaman. I did not need to... Yeah, this game was a bit of a disaster. After being like such a good start, it was a bit of a disaster. I needed to not conserve the Conquerors and just attack after receiving damage. So, okay, so, Emerald. The way to play this deck, I'm realizing now, is you need to full heal the Conqueror after taking damage. So you want to play this deck with Cheryl, which means I don't think you play it with Colossal, right? You probably don't. I mean, it's good, but what this deck needs is Cheryl, because you wipe the damage off the Conqueror and attach one, and then use counter, and that's the idea. That's what I've learned by playing it tonight. So I'm gonna have to rework this deck. You had 2 Lilies prized? Oh no. But yeah, I've got thoughts and ideas and schemes and methods and all the usual. We're gonna rework this deck. I'm probably gonna take out the Colossal engine and put in a Gutsy Pickaxe engine. And I think that will work. I think that'll work for this deck. So, all right. Thanks everybody for hanging out. I have got to go because I want to go pick up some groceries. Got to buy some vegetables to go with our dinner tonight, and yeah, work on this deck a little bit more. Now that I understand how counter works, that last game was very important for me to understand what's going on. So thank you for that, Ramon. Even though, yeah, it wasn't like the greatest demonstration of what this deck could do. You don't understand why the Diancies are here? They're here so that I can set up Colossal. That's what they're here for. But as we know, we can now just get rid of these. And we can get rid of the fire, and we just run Fighting Energy and maybe double turbo. Maybe double turbo. So that we can dynamic punch if we need to like move forward, move the game state forward, if you like. But yeah, that's it from me. I gotta go. Thanks all. Hope that if you joined us late, such as Emerald, check out the VOD. It was pretty good. We played a lot of games with the GLC Rain Dance deck, and yeah, you should enjoy it. All right, goodbye, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye. Thanks for hanging out.